series has it all. Star players, rivals, coaches, years of built-up animosity. So, Steven Jackson, which player is under the most pressure in this series?
I got to say James.
Don't sing
James.
that song. We'll have to pay money.
I just said it.
James for sure. Last couple of years, season didn't end the way he wanted it to. He dominated regular season last 2 years, same way he did this year. So he could have been MVP in one of those years. He hasn't been playing well in postseason. Now you have Chris Paul. So I think the biggest, most pressure is on James to go out there and not have the letdown he's had the last 2 years.
See, I don't think it's just James, though. I think CP is right there with him because it's the same thing. Both of those guys have carried the burden of the last few years of you can't win the big one. You can't get past a certain hump at the end, right? And people will look at, it's funny, we've got all sorts of statistics to tell us Chris Paul is one of the most clutch players in the world.
Yeah.
But the man on the street thinks he's not clutch because he has memorable mistakes in big moments.
Right.
So both of these guys are carrying that burden on them. Look, there's no one on the Warriors who's stressed about this.
But being a number one guy and a number two guy, it's a little different pressure.
I know, but you know what? I guarantee if James plays well and Chris doesn't, everyone's going to say it's Chris's fault. And if they both play well and they don't win, they'll still find a way to say it's Chris's fault.
Yeah.
He gets a lot of heat. Oftentimes for stuff that's not his fault.
He is literally one of the 10, he is in the top 10 ever, all-time playoffs for player efficiency in the NBA playoffs. Top 5.
People talk about him like he's a bum.
Steals and assists. But yes.
Smartest guy ever.
I think you guys got to look at the Warriors side a little bit, though. And the pressure isn't on them in these first couple games. I think that's probably true. But if this gets tight toward the end of the series, the Warriors have the most to lose. If Houston comes out of this series and they play them tough for 7 games and they don't quite get there, no one's going to be like, man, those Houston Rockets. In fact, they're going to be like, wow, Houston did the one thing almost no one in the NBA has been able to do, which is challenge this super team. If the Warriors lose to this team this year, it puts into question this whole idea of like, oh yeah, there's going to be a 5, 6, 7-year dynasty.
You don't feel there's a difference between the conversation at the beginning of the year and the conversation now, where we sit here today and the Rockets are going into this game with, because betting is not going to be legal, they're the favorites to win this game.
But you got what you asked for.
Exactly, and so for me, I think the Warriors all along they just been sitting and laying in wait. Chris Haynes was on with you the other day, and he said. He was the one that asked Draymond that question because he wanted Draymond to tell the truth what he says when the cameras ain't on. Draymond gave the political answer, but they want the Rockets.
Well, yeah. I mean, I thought that point was great. And it's funny, Steve Kerr has sort of been hinting at this in his media availability the last couple of days. I believe he said today, he said this is as ready and sharp as he has seen this team since 2015 when they surprised a lot of people and won the title. They want to prove that not only are they good enough to win this series, but that nobody should even try to challenge them.
Don't compare us against anybody else.
Exactly.
Be careful what you ask for.
Exactly. So this to them is going to be a statement series in terms of, oh, by the way, don't even try. So we'll see if they can do that or if Houston says, oh, yeah, we can try and look, we can win. We'll find out.